Today I came across this quote during my hours and hours of social media browsing. That's just a stupid joke, but yes, of course, sometimes I browse social media. But this quote caught my attention. Why? Because I believe that this is the human universal condition. Everybody has lost something. Everybody loves something, and everybody is afraid of something. And once you realize that, once you know that yes, you are afraid of things, yes, you have lost things, yes, you love things, you are not alone with that. Fear, love, loss, they are universal human experiences. They are universal human conditions. And once you realize this, you will be able to connect with other people in a much more meaningful way, right? I talked about small talk and moving a conversation from small talk to a deeper conversation in the past. And I believe that this mindset, this understanding, this remembrance can actually really help you to deepen the interactions you're having with people. It can be even with people you've known for a long time. When was the last time you asked someone of your dearest friends, what is it that you're afraid of? What is something that you've lost in the past year that you suffer from? What is something that you really love? How long has it been since you've asked these questions to the people that matter? How long has it been that you have asked these questions to a stranger that you meet somewhere? These questions, they can lead to such interesting conversational topics and such meaningful sharing of stories and experiences because they are universally applicable. And by learning what other people are afraid of, by learning what other people love, by learning what other people have suffered from during the grieving process after a painful loss, you can use this knowledge to further develop your empathic capacity, to further develop your own sense of self, to further develop your understanding, and to cultivate your curiosity, right? By looking for things within other people, their lives, that are common to your experience. And I'm not saying that people have had the exact same loss as you did. Of course not. You live your life, you have unique losses, you have unique experiences, but the loss itself is universal. And everybody has to deal with it. Everybody has to go through it. Everybody, every single person on the planet has to deal with loss at some point in their life. Every single person deals with love at some point in their life. Hopefully, it can be a love that they allow themselves to experience, and it can be a love with other human beings. But I'm not here to say that experiencing love for a place that you live or for even material things is lesser than. Personally, I believe that the love we experience with other humans together is the highest form of love. But there is many different types and styles of love. But everybody in their life gets involved with love, gets involved with loss, gets involved with fear. What are you afraid of? It's a powerful question. What are you afraid of? For myself personally, right now, I'm afraid of not knowing where I'm going. I am exploring uncharted territory. I am trying out new things and I have no clue where I will end up. I have a vision for myself. I have a goal that I'm working towards, a direction that I'm aiming for. But I don't know what will happen. I don't know if it will turn out to be successful, if it turn out to be good. I feel afraid. Of course I do. And I know that you do too. That is the beauty of this quote. It shows that I am afraid. And sometimes we tend to forget that others struggle with the exact same things, not necessarily the specifics of the problems, but the general outline is the same. You are afraid too of certain things. What are you afraid of? Maybe it's also time for you to ask yourself, to sit down with yourself and ask, what am I afraid of? What am I neglecting? What am I denying? What am I suppressing? These things, these questions, they can lead to profound answers, and they will allow you to actually bring forth the things that are within you. I believe that it's your duty to figure out what you're here to do on this planet, on this life. It's your duty to figure it out, and then to give that gift, to unfold your potential. And you are capable of doing that, even though you're afraid, even though everybody's afraid. There's still people who decide to step forth, to come forth, and to manifest the things that are residing within them. And I think that it's such an inspiring thing. And I hope that by me trying to admit that I'm afraid, but still deciding to come forth, still deciding to show up, I can give you permission to do the same. I can give you permission to face your fears and to allow yourself to listen to your intuition, to craft your inner voice and to express it out there in the world. And this quote just really resonated with me in this moment. And I was like, yes, of course, everybody is afraid sometimes. Everybody loves, everybody deals with loss, right? And right now I am writing a lot of content around breakups, and it made me really think back to all the breakups that I've been through and all the loss that I've faced, and how painful it is in the moment, how much it can feel like I am stuck in this forever. I will never be able to move past the pain that this loss has caused me. I was legitimately scared to death that I would never feel normal again after a breakup or after losing a loved one, somebody who died, right? But this is a universal fear. Everybody feels like this at some point. It's part of the grieving process. So eventually you will be able to look back, and for me it is precisely like that. I can look back to all the loss that I faced in my life, and I can look back with gratitude, even though some situations were extremely painful and there was a lot of regret and suffering involved. But once you look back, you understand that these losses, they taught me valuable lessons, incredibly valuable lessons. And that's the case for everyone. And if you're able to look back with gratitude, with peace, I believe that means you reached the completion of the grieving process. Once you are able to fully feel at peace and accept that the loss is there, that you cannot revert the loss, you cannot bring back the death, you cannot mend a relationship that is over. In some cases you can, but I don't necessarily highly recommend that you do. But once you have fully accepted the loss and you can look back on it with gratitude, I believe that is the stage where you completed the grieving cycle. And sometimes, of course, you think back and they pop up in your mind, or something reminds you of them. And that's okay. I think actually it's beautiful when it happens. I listen to a song and all of a sudden I am reminded of one of my ex-girlfriends, and I can just be grateful for that. I can feel at peace. Or when I walk past a bakery shop and it smells like the cake my grandmother used to make, I can savor that memory and I can appreciate who she has been in my life. I can appreciate everything that we share together, the experiences, the memories, the conversations. It's beautiful. It's beautiful when you can do that. And everybody has these things in their life, and it can be a powerful entry into their inner world, and it can create opportunity for you to really connect with others. And I think that's fantastic. I think that is maybe the number one way you can really connect with someone. Once you learn their losses, once you learn the things they love, and once you learn the fears they are facing. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I hope it was somewhat inspiring. I hope it made you think. I hope it made you look at things maybe from a little bit of a different perspective. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.